Hamilton has shared her vocals and guitar with such artists as Kelsey Walden, Grayson Jenkins, Nicholas Jamerson, and Justin Wells. She's here tonight with her band to provide us with a couple of sets of music I know you are going to love. Welcome back to the Red Barn stage, Abby Hamilton and her band.
The last time you got dead in Cole County's probably the year 1900. I laughed and I said, it's about time boys finally did what they were told. Now I ran home quicker than lightning, put on some blusher and light up the smoke. Wasn't too keen on my pie. She said she preferred her own. As I was trying to explain, I learned from the best. She said, go and sold it to a blue-eyed, brown-haired boy with dirt underneath his name. Then he looked at me and asked if I'd like to have this. Nothing says Appalachian cowgirl dream like a baby sitting on your right knee. Nothing says better than I was, like coming home from war and still holding up a gun. Nothing gets you feeling on me quite like another chance to be free. Maybe you and I could change things. Cheap motel down South 23. And the only reason we got it was 'cause Daddy had an old rich fishing buddy. We talked about Bible names and how fast you could change a tire. How we both thought the phrase good things come to those who wait to be retired. Nothing says Appalachian cowgirl dream like a baby sitting on your right knee. Nothing says better than I was, like coming home from war and still holding up a gun. But nothing gets you feeling on me quite like another chance to be free. Maybe you and I could change things. Both screamed when I finally had the nerve to roll down the window and throw out the map. Said I don't know where we're going, but we sure as hell ain't never going back. Maybe if we dream it will be it. Maybe when we get there we'll never have to leave it. 'Cause nothing gets you feeling on me quite like another chance. Maybe you and I could change things. Right on. Thank you. This next song is called Trailer Park Queen. This is about my cousin Lulabelle. She is, in fact, a trailer park queen. laughed in my hair and called me funny. Laughed in my clothes and said I had no money. I always said I'd prove them wrong. I always said I'd show them all. And while they were gone, I made the big time. So here I am, just a sipping on boxed wine. Married a man who handed me some keys. Now he's bowing down to me. 'Cause I've got a double wide on a double R with a sign that says trespassers are gonna get shot. He's on his second round of you know what, while I'm hanging up the laundry just cooking in the sun. I'm eating Granny's fried chicken off of cool rail plates, and I'm smiling to myself saying let 'em eat cake. They never thought that I'd amount to anything. Well, guess what? You're looking at the trailer park queen. Now I've got a Cadillac in the driveway, and I'm cooking for a potluck dinner on Friday. Everyone's welcome, come as you please. Just bring your own lawn chair, it's BYOB. 'Cause I've got a double wide on a double R with a sign that says trespassers gonna get shot. He's on his third round of you know what, while I'm hanging up the laundry just cooking in the sun. I'm eating Granny's fried chicken off of cool rail plates, and I'm smiling to myself saying let 'em eat cake. They never thought that I'd amount to anything. Well, guess what? You're looking at the trailer park queen. So roll the red carpet out, bring the paparazzi down, let me polish off my crown. 'Cause I've got a double wide on a double R with a sign that says trespassers are gonna get shot. He's on his fourth round of you know what, while I'm hanging up the laundry just cooking in the sun. I'm eating Granny's fried chicken off of cool rail plates, and I'm smiling to myself saying let 'em eat cake. They never thought that I'd amount to anything. Well, guess what? You're looking at the trailer park queen. Thank you. Whatever helps you sleep. Let's do it. He's gotta lock the back door to shut up the hens, puts a everything it's got back to you with a leather-bound book and hope in an afterlife. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Oh, whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever makes you feel alright. Out of sight and out of mind. Oh, whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever brings you back. Got a wife and kid in Baltimore, Jack. I went out for a ride and I never went back. Just like a river that don't know where it's flowing. I took a wrong turn and I just kept going. Oh, everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your cards. Everybody's got a hungry heart. I met her at a Kingstown bar. We fell in love, I knew it had to end. We took what we had and we drifted apart. Now here I am back in Kingstown again. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your cards. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody needs a place to rest. Everybody likes to have a home. Don't make no difference what nobody says. Ain't nobody like to be alone. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your cards. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Hungry heart. Oh, yeah. Hungry heart. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us here, we have as a guest Abby Hamilton, and Abby is from Jessamine County, Kentucky. She's not new on the scene, really, but people in the region who have appetite for music that speaks and sounds in thoughtful ways, we're always interested in what Abby's doing, and we're really glad that you can be with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, well, thanks for being here, and the music sounds great, and nice job on the doo-wopping over there.
Yeah, he's
Zach.
killing it.
Yeah,
Thank you. I try.
that was that was excellent. Is it great to have all you here? Has this band been together for a while, Abby?
Yeah, I mean, this formation, we've been together for probably about a year.
Oh.
So Zach and I played together for a long time, and Carson actually produced like one of my first EPs. So we've all worked together separately, but just in the last year, this formation has come together.
Yeah, I guess actually this is a strange year to be the year that you guys have been together. So
I know.
So you've really been together for just several weeks.
For just a few
ultimately,
weeks.
right?
That's a good way to put it.
But you guys have known each other for a while, and good. And so you did some performing out in the fall before things hit. Fall of 2019.
19.
Right.
Yeah, we did. We played a lot at the Burl, which is like kind of our home base. So we played a lot at the Burl, a little bit at Green Lantern, but primarily locally. Yeah.
Before we get too far into things, I wonder if you might just take a second to introduce everybody.
Yeah,
who's up
for
here
sure.
with you. Yeah.
To my right is Zach Hamilton, our electric guitar player and harmony extraordinary. This is my brother, which is cool.
There we go.
Brother Zach. Brother from another mother back here is also Zach. This is Zach Martin on the drums. And brother from another mother, Carson Childers on bass.
All right. Great band. So this portion of the interview is for the Hamilton family proper. So we'll get into talking with all of you at some point, hopefully tonight. You all came from Jessamine County. Were you both born there?
Yeah. We're from Wilmore, Kentucky.
From Wilmore. Okay, good. And tell folks about Wilmore and what's there and how you ended up there.
What is there to say about
It's
Wilmore, Kentucky?
Funny little place.
I think there's 2 stoplights, right?
Yeah, there's a Subway,
A Chinese restaurant.
which isn't half bad.
It's pretty good.
Great Wall's pretty good. Shout out Great Wall, I
A
guess.
Dollar General.
Yeah. There's an IGA.
An IGA. Yeah. It's a tiny town.
That's about it.
The main thing about Wilmore is Asbury College and the seminary. So my parents both worked at Asbury, so that's how we ended up in Wilmore.
And do you know much about the church or denomination that gave rise to Asbury and put it on the...
Ooh, I
That
think
would-
it's Wesleyan,
Yeah,
right?
it's
John Wesley.
Wesleyanism and sort of an offshoot of Methodism,
Methodist, I think.
My
Okay.
dad would know, but he's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do your parents both, are they both in academia? Do they both teach there?
My mom is an education professor,
Okay.
and my dad works in. Dang it! What's his official title?
He's the money guy.
He's gonna kill me.
He's the I think VP
he's
of
in the administration
business.
working with money. I don't really know what his title's called. Oh God.
I think it's VP of business.
if they're watching.
Only because I've had to park in his parking spot a lot.
So did you grow up in a home where there was a pretty sort of distinct line between sort of what is sacred and secular? Were your families sort of involved with the church and involved with the life of the school and the mission of the school?
Yeah, I tell most people we grew up in a pretty conservative Christian home, but my parents love music and art, and so we were also listening to like Stephen Curtis Chapman in the 90s and Amy Grant. We were also listening to like U2 and Sting.
Yeah.
So it was like a pretty well balanced growing up experience.
Yeah,
for sure.
that does sound well balanced. That's a nice balance. So did either of your parents? They both were music lovers. Did you have music players in your family?
Yeah, our dad is a piano player.
Yeah, Dad's been playing piano for about 40 years. And
Oh, wow.
everybody from my dad's side of the family is just music is sort of the lifeblood. We have some of our aunts were in sort of a regionally famous sort of Southern gospel trio, which was
The Hamilton family.
the Hamilton family.
Oh, of course, right.
Yeah. So dad played piano, and yeah, like Zach said, that whole side of the family plays piano or guitar or sings. So it was always around growing up for sure.
Was it classical training that your dad had? And
Yeah.
And did he urge either of you to be trained classically as well
Oh,
in one
yeah.
of the methods that kids learn to play piano and
Music
other things?
lessons from the moment we were cognizant.
Cognizant.
Yeah. Like, I think all 3 of us, we have one younger sister, so all 3 of us took violin. All 3 of
Yeah.
us took piano lessons.
Oh, wow.
We had a rule in our house that we had to be in a music lesson until we were 18. Then we could decide if we didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I bounced around probably the most. I
Yeah.
did like piano for a little while, violin. We did Suzuki violin, and then I finally figured out I didn't have to practice that much if I took voice lessons. So then I just kind of switched over to voice lessons.
Good strategy.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice, very well played. Did you feel like you had some good teachers along the way?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Pickerel was our piano teacher. I think she still teaches.
Yeah,
Dad
she
still
still
takes
teaches.
lessons from her. She's out of Wilmore, Kentucky. She's amazing.
She's brilliant.
And we took from a guy named Craig Timmerman, who's a Suzuki violinist here in Lexington. He's also incredible. So those are like the two of my favorites for sure.
And I had about a million guitar teachers because I'm a self-prescribed ADD, and so I'd be in one lesson for somebody for about 2 months, and then it'd be like, okay, I'll go on to the next thing.
Were you always studying electric guitar?
I started the first 2 years was like classical flamenco, like with the guitar on the left knee and sort of up standard, like da-da-da-da-da, like whatever. And then I wanted an electric guitar. Started playing when I was around 10, and then around 12 is when you sort of start formulating your own musical ideas. And I found punk music, and it just like blew my mind, and I was like, I have to get an electric guitar. And so it became the sort of focus for me from 12 to today, really.
So as somebody who was trained, classically, and did you all learn some theory and all of that too?
Yeah.
So it always sort of strikes me as interesting that that kids train this way, and then punk music blew my mind. The most, the 2 chords of punk music were overwhelming to me.
Yeah,
was it
man.
the emotion of it? It was just exciting.
It was the most like I can't remember who said it, but I was watching an interview with this really great composer, and he was like, the key to everything is to just follow your goosebumps. And whether you realize it or not when you're 12, that's exactly what you're doing. And so for me, I remember hearing like Black Flag and going like, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. And probably too because it was so anti what I had grown up listening to. Not anti, it was just the antithesis of the CCM world and sort of the 80s pop thing.
Yeah.
It was so bare bones that it was beautiful to me in a weird way to say about songs that are just like da 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 da. But yeah.
And so when did so you worked, Abby, on your voice, took voice lessons. What did you learn in voice lessons that you bring to your work today?
Probably breath control. That's the biggest thing. I feel like learning that it's like a muscle and you gotta, really flex it out and breathe right and breathe from your gut. That's like all those exercises. Sometimes when I'm standing in front of a microphone at a bar, I'm like trying to breathe in deep to sing. So those for sure still stand up.
And I heard Zach earlier before the program doing some exercises, doing the with the
lip
scale.
trills.
Is that a routine for you too? To
I
take
took
care
a
of your
couple
voice?
of semesters.
He just does it for fun.
Yeah, I just do it for fun.
Just trying to
I
get
just
attention.
walk around when I get out of the shower, when I wake up in the morning. It's a routine.
Is that just to get the water off of your lips?
Yeah,
maybe.
because I was sweating so much. I was so nervous to be here.
It's
like mating call.
So I would love to hear you talk about sort of the segue you made then into songwriting. By the time you got out of high school, were you already starting to put some of your thoughts down and put them to music, Abby?
I didn't really start writing until probably middle of college, so I was probably like 19 or 20. I went through a breakup, and I wanted to like play piano and sing, and that's just where I started writing.
Yeah. And was there somebody in your life, a teacher, a mentor, somebody who sort of you had a chance to share some of your lyrics and your ideas with, who said to you, this is really special. You should really continue to develop this?
Yeah, I had one of my best friends from college. His name's Daniel. Him and his wife now, Kelsey Lycan, they live out in Georgetown. They're great songwriters. We all kind of found it together at the same time. He's an electric guitar player, and she's a great songwriter, and I would take my songs to them, and Daniel would help me really early on play guitar because I only played piano at that point. He would help me, accompany me while I was writing those songs, and that's really how it would start.
Oh, that's really cool.
Spent a couple years like going over to his house till like 2 o'clock in the morning and just playing all the songs out and like dreaming of what it could be like and practicing guitar. It was a really formidable time for sure.
Yeah. Did you have a chance to work with him or anyone else on developing structure in songs and developing ideas and illusions and those sorts of things?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think growing up in church and playing in church, that song structure idea was pretty innate. Just because when you play contemporary music in church, you like verse, chorus, big bridge, chorus. So I knew how songs worked, and like if you put it on a graph, where to rise sonically and fall, which really helped me out when I started writing songs. It was like I knew that kind of equation that could work. I think what really developed in that time was just more of a sensitivity to other ways to write songs, and pulling from some of his bluegrass and country influences and mine. That was probably what developed the most there.
So you have a new EP out, and that's exciting. I really enjoyed listening to it today.
Thank you.
And the next song you're going to play is the title track, I think.
Yes.
If my set list serves me correctly. Can you talk just briefly about "Afraid of the Dark," the song?
Yeah. "Afraid of the Dark" is inspired by a story that a friend of mine told me about how his friend had passed away, and he said something to me to the effect of, he had dreams about him passing away before he actually did, and I thought that was so powerful, and I held on to that line for months and months and months. Didn't really try to write a song on it. And then one night I went back through all of my like old notes in my phone to try to write something. And I found that line, and I did a voice memo just to kind of get all my thoughts out of my head for reference to go back to it later and write the song. And the voice memo ended up just word for word becoming what the song is now. It's really just kind of my personal story with addiction and people I know that were addicts, and
Yeah,
that's it.
good. It's a really neat song. It's really deep song, and you're gonna hear it right now on Red Barn Radio. Welcome back, Abby Hamilton.
I'm not really afraid of the dark. Just robbers, rapists, and home invaders. Sharks and perfect front lawns. So if you could walk me home tonight, that'd be real nice. I know the party ain't over yet. It's just getting to that point where I'm checking under everybody's beds to make sure you haven't slipped away to some dark corner. 'Cause I've had dreams about you dying, and it kills me. You want an empty body, here have mine. I've smoked a lot, but it makes me dizzy, so it might hold you for some time. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make a joke. You've emptied me of all my redirective rhetoric, and I've got nowhere else to go. We've got nothing left to show. 'Cause I've had dreams about you dying, and it kills me. Yeah, I've had dreams about you dying, and it kills me. I'd give you my whole life if it meant it would set you free. But you'll shoot up and I'll feel it. I'll cry, you'll say you don't need it.
Thank you. I'm gonna call this section the sad girl section. This next song is called Flowers. And I wrote this song with Kelsey Lycan, girl I was talking about earlier. Ooh, I need to tune first.
Welcome to the Sad Girl Hour.
Welcome to the
Red
Sad
Bar
Girl
Radio.
Tune Hour.
Am I a sad girl too?
Listen, if you're here, if
Carson
you're a
said
part
yes.
of this with me, you are a sad girl too.
Yes. You hear that, viewers out there? You guys are sad girls too.
No. Oh. In a box under my bed is a book full of flowers pressed by a daisy for the summer, a rose for the fall. One meant I love you, and one meant nothing at all. In a box under my bed is a ring full of promises by a violet for the winter, a tulip for the spring. One meant I'm sorry, and one didn't mean anything. It wasn't the flowers that would have kept me, all the things you didn't do, all of the times I spent wishing, all the empty I love you. I don't want your flowers, I don't want you. I told you I needed to think. You told me you still love me after so many years of giving my all. Your words are like petals, honey, they're starting to fall. It wasn't the flowers that would have kept me, all the things you didn't do, all of the times I spent wishing, all the empty I love you. Well, I don't want your flowers, I don't want you. Every time I shut the door, there are flowers on my porch. Every time I say goodbye, you finally become the guy I wanted you to be. Oh, it takes me leaving to know you love me. Oh, it takes me leaving to know you love me. Thank you. I remember the first time your hands touched my skin. My world changed so quickly. Heart first I fell in. You laid a claim to my body, and with that I was yours. No need to say sorry, but I'm begging for more. When your love hits me, I see stars shining above me. When your love hits me, I feel weak, I can't breathe. When your love hits me. Every day is different. I learned something new. He's teaching me everything about what love has to do. When your love hits me, I see stars shining above me. When your love hits me, I feel weak, I can't breathe. When your love hits me, my ears are ringing, my world is spinning, my head is aching, oh, and my heart is breaking. In the morning I'll feel it. His fingers like tattoos ain't leaving. I'll wear these purples and yellows like diamonds, 'cause he says eyes look better shining. Safe in his arms I know I'll be, when his love hits me. Thank you.
Hey, this is Brad Becker here. Before we get on with more music with Abby Hamilton, I wanted to tell you that next time on Red Barn Radio, we welcome Britton Patrick Morgan. Born in Kentucky and tracing his deep family roots to the hills and small towns of eastern Kentucky's coal country, Britton is a songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, singer, and session artist. He delivers rough-hewn songs with a husky bourbon-flecked whisper and acoustic warmth. Be sure to join us online next time for Britton Patrick Morgan. Check out our social media for updates on this upcoming streamed performance. Red Barn Radio, roots music, Southern style. And now on with tonight's Red Barn Radio program. Red Barn Radio is coming to you live from all of our social media platforms from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the city of Lexington, Kentucky. And now please welcome back Abby Hamilton to the Red Barn stage.
All right. There's fresh rain on the mountain. Birds are singing sweet, and I'm convinced the cool breeze came just to kiss my cheek. There's butter on the biscuits. Trees decided it's fall. Can't you hear the front porch siren call? So let me remind you, yeah, you're due for a good thing, baby. Don't let all that extra weight get you down. Open those blue eyes. Take a second to look around. With anything you got today, and it would do you well. Put all tomorrow's worries on the shelf, 'cause tomorrow can take care of itself. It's too many tears for a Tuesday, and you're telling the world to go to hell. You look in the mirror and you're not happy with yourself. The price of gas on a Monday, it's a 40-hour week. It's the dad that won't say I love you. It's the baby that won't sleep. So let me remind you, yeah, you're due for a good thing, baby. Don't let all that extra weight get you down. Open those blue eyes. ain't your 50s dream, your housewife queen, staying up waiting for you, stuck in suburbia with my new book club, talking all about who's leaving, who. No, you won't find me in matrimony, waiting for a white knight. No, I ain't the woman and I ain't the promise of a white picket fantasy life. I ain't your 50s dream, your housewife queen, staying up waiting for you, stuck in suburbia with my new book club, talking all about who's leaving, who. No, you won't find me in matrimony, waiting for a white knight. No, I ain't the woman and I ain't the promise of a white picket fantasy life. Oh, I will tell you how the story goes. You wake up one day, I'm burning all your clothes. You wind up screaming, and I wind up leaving. You take me by the hand, that's some kind of promised land. I ain't your 50s dream, your housewife queen, staying up waiting for you, stuck in suburbia with my new book club, talking all about who's leaving, who. No, you won't find me in matrimony, waiting for a white knight. No, I ain't the woman and I ain't the promise of a white picket fantasy life. Come on, Zach. Oh, I ain't ever made an apple pie, and no man's ever been the apple of my eye. I won't be sweeping up the messes you've made, if that's the life you want. Call your mama for heaven's sake. I ain't your 50s dream, your housewife queen, staying up waiting for you, stuck in suburbia with my new book club, talking all about who's leaving, who. No, you won't find me in matrimony, waiting for a white knight. No, I ain't the woman and I ain't the promise of a white picket fantasy life. No, I ain't the woman and I ain't the promise of a white picket fantasy life. Yeah. All right. Let's go.
all the 5 years. Never felt so gone. I should go driving down the mountain parkway. Yeah, I should go flying the baby blue Mustang. I got nothing but time. I got nothing but time. You don't have to tell me twice. You don't have to tell me twice. So baby, let's ride.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've got Abby Hamilton on Red Barn Radio tonight. She's from Wilmore, Kentucky, and she's here with her band. Carson Childers is on bass. He's from Nicholasville, Kentucky. Zach Martin is playing the drums back there, and he's from Portland, Oregon. Yeah. All right, we don't have a lot of Portland Oregoners here. Oregonians, thank you. Portland Oregonians here. It's very nice to have you both here. Enjoy your playing a lot. Enjoy what you do. And then also flanking Abby is on electric guitar and vocals is Zach. And if you're thinking, wow, they almost sound like they could be siblings, you're right.
Almost.
They are siblings. It's Zach Hamilton on electric guitar and vocals with Abby Hamilton. It's great to have you guys here tonight. Abby, you've got "Afraid of the Dark" done, and you did it with local producer Dwayne Lundy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk about that. Did he play a role in shaping the sound of the tunes in the studio in the process of recording, or did you go in there with a pretty firm idea of what you wanted to do?
Yeah, we had practiced a lot of these songs. It was a collection of songs. Aside from "Afraid of the Dark," I had them from over the years. So most of the arrangements were worked up, and Dwayne just kind of came in. I kept calling him the fairy godmother because he would just come in and like know exactly what to do in terms of arrangements, or when we would have a moment that we didn't know what to do with, he would suggest something and it would work. So he definitely helped big time on most of those. He helped big time, and he helped on big time.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a reference to a song. Did you bring in, what was it, the four of you working over there together?
Yeah, it was the four of us, and then Lee Carroll played keys with us, which was such a treat.
Oh, yeah, what a great addition to the band, yeah.
He's the best.
He's a great addition to so many bands, and he's just a beautiful player.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And you guys are great players, too. Really am enjoying it. Has recording song collections in a studio, generally speaking, been something that you have found gratifying?
Yeah. I love to be in the studio. I definitely get like studio anxiety more so than I do like live performance. But we were talking about this earlier. But I really enjoy creating something in the studio that I wouldn't potentially have ever thought of or had the means to do live. I feel like they're completely different processes, and I'm falling in love with being in the studio a lot.
Huh. And does that make you think that each time you go in, you feel like a little more equipped to sort of shape, to sculpt things the way that you want them to be?
Definitely. I think mostly just in confidence, because like the first time you come in as a woman to a studio space full of men, everyone's just like telling you what to do and shoving things in your face, and it's a lot. And I feel like now, after a few times in the studio I've like really got my bearings around me and I know what I want and know how to communicate it, and it's been a really good process, especially working with somebody like Dwayne, because he's just treated me like such an artist from the get-go. So that's been really good.
Yeah. Let's talk some more about songwriting. I'm curious to know, are there some sort of ideas and themes in songs that you gravitate to, and then conversely, certain ideas and themes that you sort of steer away from?
In terms of songwriting?
In terms of when you're putting together a song, sort of thematically, or thinking of themes that you might like to develop in lyrics, are there certain themes that you feel have just been overdone and you just don't want to touch them? Or is it always a matter of just,
Yeah, I tend to just go whatever feels right. Like the things that stick out the most to me in the process of songwriting are like little funny lines. Like I was writing the other day, and the line that came to my head was she sings her songs in airport bars to old men shooting Irish car bombs. Like that, to me, it was like that line came and I was like, oh my gosh, I can see the bar, I can see everything. And I think I'm more chasing like those moments where like something is exciting, so I try not to limit myself in terms of like things I won't ever touch. Thematically probably, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just like, whatever feels right, I'll follow it.
Yeah. Do you ever go political?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
So I think it was maybe your EPK or something online referenced a chunk of time that you spent sort of isolated voluntarily, right? Versus the involuntary isolation we've had over the last, 8 months. And was that something? Did you go to Prestonsburg for the sole purpose of focusing on your craft and of getting away from?
Yeah, it sounds really dramatic. I promise it's not that dramatic. My family has a farm up there, so after college I went away for a few months to try to be a better songwriter.
Yeah. And
I hope it worked.
well, yeah, it's working. No, so what did that process look like? No, I mean, what does it look like to isolate yourself and try to be a better songwriter?
Yeah, it was weird. Some days were like really productive. A lot of days were not. It's like, when I first got there, I tried to be really like, I'm probably the least disciplined person ever. Like, even when you're talking to me about, maybe second, when you're talking to me about themes, like, I'm like, whatever feels right, I'm just gonna go with the flow. That's, I was trying to get more of a routine into how I would write songs. So I started trying to write in the mornings a little bit, or I'd write in the afternoon. We talked about earlier, like trying to practice to write a song. How would Loretta Lynn write a song? Or how would Hank Williams write a song? Just to kind of build muscle, I think, in song structures and melodies. And some days were really, really productive. I'd write 2 to 3 songs in a day and I'd feel really good. And then I'd maybe go 3 or 4 days of just being outside and hanging out. And
Okay, well, that's my question, I guess, is did you necessarily consider those days when you weren't, penning lyrics, where you were out and about and doing things and maybe breathing?
Yeah.
Were you able to sort of give yourself permission to do that right off the bat, or did it take some time for you to sort of, steer away from that cycle of regret and guilt and all that stuff?
Yeah, it took a minute, but like I feel like your tank kind of has to be full to be able to like, start creatively to pull things out of it. So I would get tired, the first 2 weeks when I tried to be like so intense about writing songs all the time. There wasn't like much left. And so then that's when I would start hiking or going out to see friends a little bit, or, being around in the city to I don't know, fill up and get inspired a little bit. So.
Yeah, right. I think that's what I was going to ask too. Is do you feel like from your songwriting work that you're more likely to connect your dots when you are sort of in when you're socially active, performing, spending time with people, observing a busy world than you are when you are solitary, or was that what this exercise was about?
I think the exercise was about letting myself. Dang, that's a good question. I don't know. I think I write better when I'm alone, when I feel like I have that control over my space and my environment. So that's why it was so formidable, I think, to have all those months out there. But I definitely am a people watcher, and like most of my songs are about someone I've observed. So I think I have to have both. You know?
So there's a young person at one of your concerts, a young guy or girl, teenager, who just loves your songs. They've been listening to your new EP, and they come to you and say, I really feel like I want to write songs. You know, they're 15 years old. What kinds of things, you know, might you say to that kid, that teenager, if you sat down with them and said, you know, here's what I've learned in the time that I've been doing this? Do you mind going there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't prepare.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing is just to be true to yourself and tell your story. I feel like the most like authentic art is the best art, hopefully. But I just feel like I always find my song, where I find my narrative in the songwriting project, if it's coming from authenticity or a place of honesty. So even if it's about somebody else, someone else's story, I'd still try to kind of figure out where I fit in all that. Like, maybe that's too much ego, but it does help bring purpose, I think, to you, and to like the ability to finish a song is if you tell your story. I think that's where you start for sure. And I don't know, I would say like listen, my favorite songwriters to listen to are like Lori McKenna and I mean, I love Johnny Cash and Tom Petty. Like, find your favorites and deep dive into that catalog. Chris Christopherson was a big one for me, and listen to how they form their choruses and how they tell their story, and then do it for yourself, you know?
Yeah. Oh, thanks. So your EP is great. Really enjoyed listening, like I said, to all the songs, and then it's been fun going backwards. I really encourage all of you listening to go back and listen to what Abby's been doing in recent years, and especially to her new EP. Do you have something else from that EP that you're going to play for us in this last set, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what song is that?
Yeah, we've got two. We're going to play Big Time and Fast.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell us about either or both of those songs?
Yeah, Big Time is, as we're talking about songwriting, Big Time is a song about writing songs. And then Fast is... Can you tell I am not very good at these interviews?
No, you're...
Say that. You're doing amazing.
And
You're doing great.
Yes. Oh, God. And then Fast is the story, kind of a story about me growing up in my hometown and a lot of my anxieties around what if I stay here forever? What's going to happen? So that's what those two songs are about.
Abby Hamilton, thanks a lot for being here. It's really great to meet you and to talk with you. I really enjoyed our interview a lot.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Let's get back to some music with Abby Hamilton on Red Barn Radio.
Hours go by, the clock keeps ticking. The car needs gas and an oil pan's leaking. Oh no, oh no. Landlord's calling and my AC's breaking. The dog's got fleas, but I got nothing in savings. Oh no, oh no.
but I don't like people. Tried working with babies, but I learned you had to change them all. No. Oh no. I tried growing a plant in my backyard. Made a little money, but then I got caught. Oh no. I can't eat and I can't sleep, only 'cause I can't afford bread or sheets. All out of money with nothing to do, and that's how I got the broke girl. To be better than my circumstances. Nickels and dimes barely buy me time till I see that silver lining. I heard I should aim for a higher education, but as far as I'm concerned, this world is for the taking. Oh no. Oh no. When I get where I'm going, oh, I'll be sure the money's worth the chasing or the ride is worth more. Well,
won't crack. I can see my life in 50 cents a gap. And I take it fast. All of anything but fast. Well, Mama says I'm still a case, but she still watches high school ball games. Looks at me and wonders why I am this way. And the mayor still writes, vote for me on a Methodist church marquee, when it should really read, they still use the offering to buy 'em new flat screen TVs. Oh, call it anything but fast. It's a fall line that just won't crack. I can see my life in 50 cents a gap. I take back. All of anything but fast. Oh, it's so wondering why I'm having to walk a straight line, finding enough peace to watch a cardinal fly. It's sitting upright, pretending everything's fine. These are the things that keep me up at night. I'd off the train if I was fast. Change my name and never look back. Make it to California without a single anxiety attack. Why would I do that? Call me anything but fast. Thank you.
We would like to thank Abby Hamilton and her band for being with us this evening. We also thank our volunteers and staff for their help in making our production happen each and every week. Thank you all for listening to our webcast, watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and those listening to us on the Red Barn network of radio stations. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio, Roots Music Southern Style, and WEKU. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. And now, once again, folks, please give it up for Abby Hamilton and her band.
All right, I think my brother and I are going to cover one of my favorite John Prine songs for you in honor of Mr. Prine.
Yeah.
child that's grown old. If dreams were thunder, lightning was desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. So make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how hard I tried, the years just rolled by like a broken down band. So make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living's just a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear 'em all buzzing, and I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Believe in this living's just a hard way to go. Believe in this living's just a hard way to go.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for our show this week. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide as we stream live on the web, on YouTube and Twitch every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. Be sure to check out all of our social media for updates to our upcoming schedule. And from all of us here at Red Barn Radio now, to all of our friends worldwide, it is our hope that you have a great week. Keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night.